Hi everybody, welcome back to Now Divas part 4 of the Complete ServiceNow Discovery Guide. My name is Selva Arun and I am excited to walk you through the core of ServiceNow Discovery, the Discovery Phases. In this video, we are making the world of IT discovery simple and visual. Imagine your company's network as a huge city full of buildings and roads. ServiceNow Discovery is like a smart drone flying over this city, mapping every street, building, and hidden alley. But how does this drone work? It follows a step-by-step journey called the discovery phases. Remember, having the right credential is like having the master key to every building in your city. In this video, I will break down each phase using easy examples and visuals so anyone, even if you're not technical, can understand how ServiceNow finds and maps your IT world. And in the next part 5, we will be setting up the credentials for the Windows machine where we have installed the mid server, and we will be scanning it live. So if you haven't seen part 1, part 2 and part 3, please check them out and the links are in the description box below. And let's get started. Phase 1 is scanning. Picture our smart drone flying over the city at sunrise looking for signs of life, lights in the windows, cars on the street. In ServiceNow, scanning means searching the networks for active devices like servers, printers, computers, and more. The mid server acts as a drone, sending out signals to see which devices respond. One of the key techniques used during scanning is a port scanning. The mid server sends out requests to a specific ports on each devices to see if they are open and listening. This helps identify what services are running on the device. If a device answers, it's like a building turning on its lights. Now we know it's there, but sometimes things don't go as planned. Here are few common errors you might encounter during the scanning. No response from the target. This means the device is down, unreachable, or blocked by a firewall. The connection refused. This indicates that the device is up, but the port being scanned is closed or not listening. Timeout. This means the mid server did not receive a response from the device within the expected time frame due to network latency or firewall issues. So this phase is all about finding what exists in your network city. Visualize a radar sweep lighting up a new buildings as they are found. So that's the scanning, simple, powerful, and the first step to discovery. Now that we have scanned the city, found all the buildings, it's time to figure out each one is. That's where the classification comes in. Next is classification. Now that our drone has spotted buildings, it needs to know what each one is. Is it a hospital, a school, or a house? In ServiceNow, classification means figuring out what type of devices we have found. Is it a Windows server, a Linux machine, or a network switch, or something else? This is where the credential becomes crucial. The mid server uses the credentials you provided to log into the devices, gather information about its operating systems, hardware, and software. Without the right credential, the classification can fail. So the mid server uses probes and sensors to gather information about the device. Probes are like scouts that collects the basic info, and sensors are like analysts that interprets that info. Based on this information, ServiceNow identifies the device sys_class name, which determines its type. Imagine icons popping up over each building, a stethoscope for hospital, a book for schools. That's a classification giving every device a name and a type. So we know what we are dealing with. Once we know what each building is, it's time to see if it is already on our map. That's where the identification comes in. Now comes identification. After classifying each device, our drone checks if these buildings are already on our city map, if they are brand new. In ServiceNow, identification means matching the discovered devices to an existing record in the CMDB or creating a new one if it does not exist. So ServiceNow uses a unique key identifiers like serial numbers, host names, or a MAC addresses to compare what's being found with what's already in the database. So these key identifiers are the most important attributes for uniquely identifying a configuration item. If a match is found, the existing CI record is updated with the new details. If not, a new CI is created. But sometimes things don't go as planned. Here are a few common errors that can happen during the identification phase. Duplicate CIs. If the key identifiers are not unique or missing, the ServiceNow might create a multiple records for the same device. Incorrect matching. If the wrong attribute is used as a key identifier, a device might be matched to a wrong CI, leading to an incorrect data. Missing identifiers. If a key information like a serial numbers or a host names isn't collected, maybe due to a credential or a network issues, the system can't match the device to a CI at all. Stale records. Old or decommissioned devices might still exist in the CMDB, causing confusion, and when a new device with reused host names or IPs are discovered, potentially linking them to a wrong CI. Picture a city map updating in a real time with the new buildings appearing and old ones getting a fresh details, but sometimes building might show up twice or in a wrong place. That's why identification is so important. It keeps your IT map accurate and up to date. It is also requires a careful attention to detail and a good data quality, ensuring each CI is correctly identified. Now that we have identified each building, it's time to zoom in and explore what's inside. That's where the exploration comes in. Our drones zoom in, exploring each building in detail, counting rooms, checking equipment, noting special features. In ServiceNow, exploration means gathering deep information about each device, hardware specifications, installed software, running services, and more. Exploration relies heavily on discovery patterns. These patterns are like a predefined checklists that tells the mid server exactly what information to gather and how to get it. The mid server uses these patterns along with the appropriate credentials to log into the device and execute commands or scripts to collect necessary data. Visualize blueprints unfolding, showing every room and detail inside each building. Exploration gives us a complete picture so we know what's inside our IT city. With all this detailed information, it's time to update our official city map. That's where CMDB population comes in. Finally, we reach CMDB population. Our drone sends all its findings back to headquarters, updating the city's official map. In ServiceNow, this means creating or updating the configuration items or CIs in the CMDB, our central database. Each device with all its details is now part of our official record. Imagine a digital map filling up with the colorful labeled buildings, each with a detailed profile. So this phase ensures your IT team will have or always has an up-to-date, accurate map of your technology landscape. And that's how ServiceNow Discovery Phases work step by step, making the invisible visible. So to recap, discovery is a journey. We scan, classify, identify, explore, and finally update our map. Each step is crucial for a healthy, accurate CMDB. In part 5, we will get hands-on with the credential setup and scan our Windows device live. So do not miss it. Thank you for watching, and please share and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video. Ta-ta, bye-bye.